She's got specific ideas to invest in new jobs, to help workers share in their company's profits, to help put kids in preschool and put students through college without taking on a ton of debt. That's what leaders do. And then there's Donald Trump. Don't boo, vote. I see a younger generation full of energy and new ideas, not constrained by what is, ready to seize what ought to be. We've got to engage not only young people on college campuses, we've got to reach out to the coal miner who's worried about taking care of his family, the single mom worried about gas prices.
There remains this nagging issue about all of these people, we are told, who still have not decided which candidate they will vote for. And as we so casually toss out words like millennial, it's fair to say that we, the pundits, the pollsters, the so-called experts, still have really no idea where this block of voters will go. But as they and others are still making up their minds, we are forced to wonder one thing. Because both of these candidates are so divergently in opposition to each other on so many issues, because there is so much vitriol being spewed about the landscape, and with the campaigns often being more about who can spit the best set of invectives and what can be viewed as empty promises, will this group of voters really make an impact, or are we just kidding ourselves about their value? Break out your comments, stay on point, be concise. We're going to try to get to you here. 1-877-Newsmax, 1-877-639-7629. Let's set the stage here when it comes down to the numbers here. Because while many of us sit here and say, millennials, they really won't do much. Matter of fact, they'll protest, but they don't vote, which is something I'm going to touch on here momentarily. Look at the numbers here. Millennials show as much political activity and interest as previous generations. Comparing to baby boomers in '76, millennials are turning out the vote, and they seem ready to go. But can they turn this election? Either way. Let's welcome to the hardline millennial and voter strategist, former Rock the Vote president and founder of Impactual, Ashley Spillane. Ashley, thanks so much for joining us. I hope you can hear me. I know that there's one heck of a din there, and we only got a couple of minutes here.
Loud.
There you go. The president said, don't boo, vote. Why should we believe that at this time, young people who mostly, they love to protest, as I said, but they don't get out and vote, why will they do it this time when both candidates are so universally hated?
It is so important this election that young people do get out and vote. I think the most inspiring thing is to realize how many of us there are in this country. There are 93 million millennials in this country. We outnumber the baby boomers by almost 20 million. We have the power to actually determine the outcome of the election. We just have to show up. And so I think that the more you hear the candidates talk about the power of millennials, the more we all talk about the power of millennials, the more interested and engaged and demonstrative of their power they will be this fall.
But if you look at who the two main candidates are, here it is, 75% of millennials don't like Donald Trump, 63% say they don't like Hillary Clinton, and both of them are either 70 or approaching 70. What is it about this older pairing, if you will, that's so hated that will make them want to vote for one of them?
Well, I actually think the most important thing to remember is that those are only two of the hundreds of candidates, thousands of candidates running around the country. And this election is really about the issues that matter, not the individuals or the political parties. It's about the issues that impact our lives as young people in this country and who are the future of this country. And so really understanding who's running in your state, who's running in your county, who's running for state legislature, and getting out and making your voice heard on that is just as important as it is to pay attention to the political race at the top of the ticket and the presidential.
I got about 30 seconds left. If you had to guess right now, and I know I'm just asking your opinion, but which of the main two candidates do you think millennials will vote for right now?
Hillary Clinton. That's easy.
Okay, I'll give you another 20 seconds. Why is it so easy?
Okay. I think at the end of the day, this generation is so committed to equality and fairness and inclusion that you'll see the differences between what Trump's talking about and exclusionary policies. I think they'll come naturally over to the Democratic Party.
We are going to have to make sure that in the next couple of days and today as we go through the show to ask our viewers about this, because I have this odd feeling there's going to be some young Republicans out there who will take umbrage with that. But hey, as long as they get out and vote, let's put it this way. The president said one thing that I think we can all agree on. Don't boo, Just go out and vote. Let your voice be heard. Ashley Spillane, it's a pleasure. We only had a couple of minutes. I hope we get a chance to do it again. Thanks so much for joining us. All right, the political animal is going to seek to explain what happened last night. Because quite frankly, there are even some Republicans who like what Barack Obama said. Small pieces of it, okay? And then there's a thought about what will happen beginning tonight. We have the political animal that is perfectly set for this and your phone calls when the Hardline continues.